of the morning, my dudes. It is Tuesday and it's time for some news. We're a little bit earlier this week. That's because there's just like a lot of exciting stuff going on, and because I'm going to be bringing you hopefully a tutorial every week. Is my goal is add that. So we'll be doing 4 videos a week until the foreseeable future. I know I am a bit of a mad lad here on, but I love doing this so much. Honestly, it's like one of the best things most fulfilling things of my life is getting to make content for all of you guys. So yeah, we will be doing a little bit more of that. Hopefully I'll come up with a good idea for one tomorrow. Well, I kind of think I sort of did, but we'll see how it goes. But right now there's actually a lot going on. One of the primary things being a complete rework of the name change from Intel. They're actually going off of Core I completely. From what I've seen in the data I've been able to collect, they have leaked a new structure of their stuff with the Meteor Lake. It's on a new processing node as well. It looks like it's going to be Q2 they said that Meteor Lake would be ready in Q2 2022 and shipping in 2023. We're nearly halfway through the year and we still don't have a 14th gen chip, so we've got to assume it's like right on the cusp of coming out. But there's a new architecture. They are continuing with the hybrid cores. They're promising lower power, which is, I think, they're really their only sort of shortfalling right now in the general market space. There is a new graphics engine as well, which hopefully will have all of the Adobe AI stuff plugged into it, because that's extremely useful. If you haven't seen what you can do, like as of 10th gen up, just look for Intel Adobe AI and you'll see how it's kind of vital, especially if you're working in Photoshop, to have that on hand. It's actually really, really nice. And they're doing some AI integration onto the new chip. So it does look quite promising, but they've gone for Core Ultra instead of Core I. There was a screenshot leaked from Ashes of the Singularity, where they've actually it says there Intel Core Ultra 10003H. So that's very, very interesting. They're going off of that completely. A whole new naming convention by the looks of things. So we'll have to wait and see what happens over there, because right now they are at least playing from behind as far as like efficiency and stuff goes. They just have kind of lost that race. So if they can take their current stuff, make it more power efficient, and keep the same sort of price versus performance, the mid-range is going to be dominated by Intel once again. In GPU news, there's big leaks around the 4060. There's been a mistaken listing for a pre-built where they are showing the MSI 4060 and 4060 Ti are going to be coming out in 8 gig variants. There's also a rumor though that the 4060 Ti is going to be coming out in a 16 gig variant. So we'll have to wait and see the performance impact of that, because as we saw with the 3060, the 8 and the 12 gig, the extra VRAM actually make quite a bit of performance difference, even on 1080p. And where I assume it will really apply for this generation will probably be on 1440p, and we'll have to see if CUDA core counts remain the same. It's kind of a weak point right now of how Nvidia is doing this, and honestly I think they should, this is where the super moniker should come in, and they should really have the 4060, the 4060 super, and then the 4060 Ti on top of that, so that we get a very clear delimiting naming convention that makes a lot of sense to the consumer as well. I'd really like to see AMD or Nvidia at least make a shift towards that. And now, segue for AMD is their RX 6700 XT has been teased, and the 6600 XT was pretty much the best GPU of last generation. So they dominated the mid-range there, like quite handedly, bringing out a graphics card that was better than a 2070 Super with like 70 watts less. This is also looking at 175 watt for that 7600 XT. So it looks like it's going to be in the absolute sweet spot for gaming performance / temperature and wattage. It really is the problem these days with components, is they're getting a little bit busty in this hood. Moving on to gaming, 2 big gaming stories. If you don't know, on the 28th, Star Wars Jedi Survivor came out, and I've been pretty apprehensive since Disney bought them over that good stuff is going to come out of this stable, but it seems like they've absolutely knocked it out of the park. The environments, the visuals, the gameplay, it all looks absolutely spectacular. This is honestly the first time since Jedi Knight Academy that I've been actually excited to play a Star Wars game, and there's been a major patch already released going out to the consoles at the moment, and the PC one will come out later in the week, but I've seen a couple of the local streamers playing it and it looks sick. I've got to say, it's I'm kind of blown away. I'm actually really excited to play this Jedi game. It's the first, like I say, first one since Jedi Knight Academy, which is like 20 years ago now. I'm very old. And I've been playing games for a very long time, and that was a very good game. So this looks like it's right up that alley. And speaking of alleys, the other one that I'm so excited about is this game Silica, which has just come out. Let me just get the full name here for you. It's just Silica. Okay, so it's just, if you search silicagame.com, you'll find it. And this is a really cool concept that another studio tried a really long time ago, and that studio was S2, and they then went on to make Heroes of Newerth, and their game was Savage: The Battle for Newerth. And the idea is that this is an RTS/FPS experience, so you can have real-time strategy elements plus FPS gaming. And it looks like there's going to be only about 8 units at launch for the 3 different factions. You get 2 human factions and then 1 alien faction. And it looks like about 8 units per faction, based on 5 combat classes plus 11 vehicles, makes 16, and then 8 unique aliens. So it looks like it's going to have a decent amount of variance. We'll have to see what gameplay and stability and stuff looks like, and that RTS FPS balance, what that looks like as well. Because yeah, maybe you'll instruct your units to go one way and the FPS unit on the ground will go another. That's kind of what makes it cool though. So a good time to be a gamer, with all of these releases coming out, with the new GPUs, and then with these new games as well. And that is all I have for you this week in your news. Until next time, I hope you guys stay safe, keep well, and I will see you on the flip side.